So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another scene for Sept of the Hearth's Fire in Duluth, Minnesota, where Charlotte has been about her morning, kind of bleary because she probably could sleep at night now, but she finds more and more that she really doesn't like to. She doesn't like not being aware. Though, to his credit, Damon providing her the glow light, even just a normal fucking flashlight, but particularly the glow light does give her some comfort. It's silly, but it does. And she still hangs out with him, rests in bed with him, but she doesn't really sleep. So she's a little groggy. And when morning rolls around, sun's up, she feels a little more secure moving around, goes down, gets breakfast, starts texting. And holding a kind of prolonged exchange with Felix, she eventually putters upstairs, um, into her room this time, and goes so far as to actually change out of her proverbial PJs first into a bathing suit instead of her usual underthings, and then into her clothes. And truth be told, she'll even go so far as to snag a spare change just in case she gets the shirt's getting soaked. That's just gonna happen. So she'll grab a pair of leggings as well because they roll up pretty tight, and a spare shirt, shove them in her purse, and yeah, she'll leave a note for Damon, letting him know she's out. She'll have her phone on her, same old, and we'll after quite a bit of banter, we'll actually pick up, assuming she got a response to her cords please. We'll pick those up, plug them in, and we'll slip out of the house. Probably actually just hit the trees and set her purse carefully down, take Lupus, snag it up in her maw, and take off. It's the fastest way to get there. It's on the edge of the bond, so it can't be that far. You don't really want to take the car for this. So, Wolf of the Purse, happening right now. It's silly, but it's happening.
Yeah, you actually hear someone humming along, um, close to the kind of waterfall edge. Your lupus senses to pick it up a bit of a distance away.
Yeah, she'll have the ears pricked up as she gets nearer. And we'll go ahead and change back before entering the proverbial scene. So she will end up kind of. Damn it, this song. Yeah, she'll just kind of pop up, make sure everything is still in place, perhaps having to fetch things back out of the bag because no telling how much of this was actually dedicated. She might have to actually redress before she comes around the corner, come to think of it. So, but she will eventually come puttering out of the brush. She probably could be more stealthy about it, but why would she really?
Yeah, you put her out of the bush. You see Felix again with his back turned to, his shirt's on and all that, and he's in a pair of shorts, staring out at the water, humming away.
Sorry, trying to toggle this down just low enough that it's not distracting. There we go. Yeah, she kind of take a glance over. Yo,
Looks over his shoulder. Yo,
what's up?
nothing much. Just watching the waves.
Waves.
Well, the water.
And yeah, she clambers up there, drops the purse somewhere back a bit, so it's like nowhere near the water. Probably leaves her phone in the purse, truth be told. Still's got the sounds and alerts on, but over in the purse where it's safe. Yeah, she'll
Looks
try to
over.
clamber up to wherever he's settled.
He's just sitting on one of the edges of the rocks, watching the waterfall kind of plush down. It's not a big one or anything. Kind of plushes down, and then the river kind of streams down.
All right, so you're right. The view's pretty good.
Told you.
You did. I don't even always like being outside, but this is really nice.
Mm-hmm. So how
And
you been?
is there a an easy way for her to ease closer to where the water's cascading down, or is there no like real good walkable ridge around there?
No, there's no easy way. It's kind of like dangle your feet over, really. There's no real walkway, really.
Eh, holding up. She'll
It's
actually
good.
like plunk down, start pulling her shoes off.
It's good.
Yeah, I thought.
What?
I mean, haven't slept, but
You haven't slept?
shakes her head faintly.
You been racking on my ass?
I still get sleep, just not at night.
Well, if you want to jump in the tent, you can sleep for a few hours.
It'll be alright. Wouldn't be very good company that way, anyways.
Don't mind.
I cast like a little side glance at him, like, what?
I'm ready to get some sleep.
Yeah, I'd rather you get some sleep. You
I
like fix
did. I
your head
got
up a
two
little
hours
bit.
worth. I got 2 hours worth of sleep.
That's like a glorified nap. That's not sleep.
Still got sleep though.
A nap with delusions of grandeur. I mean, I slept. I mean, I didn't sleep last night, but I slept my last sleep cycle. Like, slept
Why'd you not sleep
yesterday.
last night? Well,
This it's kind of stupid.
what's up?
She shrugs, finally like plunks her feet down in the water, which is actually like one of those weirdly like most refreshing things in the world when it's hot out. Uh, just I mean, I hadn't thought about it till you said it, but and I know we're on Sept, so it's double stupid, but they don't really come out during the day, do they?
Loops his arm around her shoulder.
There's a fleeting kind of tension, like, ugh. But she doesn't actually protest or pull away or anything.
No, they don't.
Yeah. And I guess waking up in the middle of the night to creepy noises once is enough. I just not a big fan of the dark anymore, you know?
It's pretty fair.
Like I'm not a total baby about it. I just
I mean, even if you were,
She kind of shrugs again. Again, it's that kind of like if I shrug enough, the awkward subject will just roll down my back. It's not working.
Well, apart from not sleeping, what else have you been doing?
Uh, not a whole lot. I mean, same old. Keeping track of people. Talk to the new guy some. He has a weird aversion to pants.
Hmm.
Very short conversation. But yeah, my usual shit. Hung out some with well, actually haven't really hung out with Juno since we hung out, but hung out back at the Raven's place. Hung out with Damon, ran out and did some shit. Nothing really cool or exciting.
Nice.
Filling.
Mm-hmm. It's better than nothing.
Guess?
I'm glad you're here at least.
Yeah. Shaking things up. Being all unpredictable and wily and
Sneaking off to see me.
hey, there was a waterfall. I was bribed.
True.
Besides, this I'm not sneaking.
You snuck off to see me.
I'm not sneaking.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing to be sneaky about.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely no sneaking. This is a sneak free occasion.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Nothing.
Just like makes the little scrunch face at him.
You gonna get in?
Probably.
Just nods. You seem quieter than normal.
Yeah, kinda, I guess. What about you? What you been up to?
Chad's a Juno, Freya. Um, got drunk.
And home or out?
Both.
Oh, well, very thorough.
It's like a tag team.
How'd the whole talk with Juno go?
It's alright.
It's alright?
We're on decent terms for now, but there's a lot of bridges that have to be mended.
I mean, there's not a lot I can say. I'm sure you know she tries. I'm sure you know she kicks herself worse than I do, which is kind of impressive.
Nah, much worse.
There's like the hapless shrug. Still, glad you guys at least started talking again.
True. Missed you as well.
I saw you yesterday. Like
I
shoots
know.
him a teasing side grin.
Would have been nice to see you again.
Well, here I am, in the flesh. I haven't brushed my hair now. Fucking crazy. Look like people. Deaf can't be mistaken for a red talent anymore.
Chuckle. I mean, no, not really.
She pitches kind of a cheeky smile. But yeah, kind of nice. Not a lot, really. The new guy's weird as hell, but Cassie seems to really like him, so that's worth something.
I mean, what kind of frown? Keeping his arm around you and actually interlocking his hands with your hand over the shoulder he brought the arm around.
Is he like grasping the shoulder or like just reaching far enough around? Like, AKA would have to probably pull her in some to get a hold of a hand.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah. She doesn't protest the hand. She, like, the jostle takes a little extra coaxing, but in the end, he's just trying to reach the hand, and that's fine.
But mainly today, I've just been sitting out here.
Why out here?
It's quiet.
I guess. It's just. Is it kind of unfair to say, like, I can't really predict you yet? I barely know you.
I'm unpredictable.
Or are you predictable and I just don't know the pattern? Like, there's a squinty eye.
Or maybe I'm just more than you bargained for.
There's a pause as she considers, was that the thing? It kind of idly dismisses it because she wasn't paying too much attention. He was humming, not singing, so. You're already way more than I bargained for. Don't worry.
Well, better gear up then.
I don't think I have enough gear.
Better get more.
Better fucking get good.
Just you stop worrying.
I am a professional warrior. I don't know if you've noticed. This entire friendship is founded on worry.
Friendship.
It's kind of a side glance, measuring.
He measures back. Friendship.
Kind of tucks in the lower lip idly, chewing at a corner of it. What would you call it?
What would you call it?
Friendship seems like a good catch-all.
Seems a little bit too safe.
You know, safe isn't always bad. There's like a hapless shrug. She still hasn't pulled away from him, and the fact that there's an arm up around her shoulders is kind of almost highlighted by the shrug, really. Like, you know, safe isn't always a bad thing.
Didn't say it was. Just. I think we're both beyond the safe point.
Man, look at that water. It's rippling. That's pretty.
She blushing?
Maybe.
Maybe as in
Maybe
yes
it's in,
or
yeah. Mildly, but some.
you look. You all right? You look flushed.
Me? Oh, yeah, fine. The rapid little nod, like, oh, yeah, yeah, I'm good.
You should jump in for a swim if you need to cool off.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Though it does mean she will have to shrug off the arm because she is going to get up and try to at least preserve her fucking jeans because they take forever to dry.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it happened. I mean, he was encouraging her, so.
Yeah, she hops up and ironically like she'll shrug off the overshirt she's always wearing and she'll like squirm out of the jeans because again, she just doesn't want them to be soaked, but she definitely leaves a large t-shirt on. Like actually with that being the thing, like this is definitely not necessarily like her normal clothes. That is an oversized t-shirt. So yeah, when she shrugs out of the jeans, it's kind of like the classic pajama t-shirt length. It's just long enough to cover the goods.
Felix just stares at it.
And yeah, she'll kind of walk back over in, well, technically a bathing suit and the shirt. Kind of glances over the edge, looking to see if there's any like especially tactical way to get in besides jumping.
You can just slide in, really. That's the thing. You can just propel yourself down, slowly downwards off.
Yep. And it will be I imagine very opposed to the way Felix might do it and that yeah, she'll plop back down and comically cautiously like you can practically see her calculating trajectories as she goes. But yeah, cautiously kind of slides her way down until she, finally plops into the water.
Felix just gives you a very, very odd stare.
So yeah, she plops in and kind of feels around to figure out like, does she have footing here? Hot. And dunks herself under, popping back up, giving her head a shake, and yeah, definitely trying to cool her fucking face down. And
You just
she'll,
hear,
of course,
you just
glance
hear,
back.
why are you wearing that t-shirt?
Well, I only have two-piece suits.
So, it's like the middle of summer.
Yeah?
Oh, I get it.
What?
No, I get it.
No, no, I haven't had a chance to go get a one-piece suit.
What's wrong with a one piece?
Uh, this is also going to sound stupid. Especially to you, this is going to sound stupid. There's like a squinty brow. As she realizes, oh, yeah, that is just waves of get pure breed. This is going to sound ultra stupid. I just kind of took a hit. I think it was during the hive. And it's unconscious. She kind of self-consciously like rubs a hand across her stomach and shrugs. I guess call me too human or whatever, but not a fan.
And that's legit.
Like I know other people have gnarlier shit, but
Scars are scars.
I mean, I guess.
Well, I'm not gonna give you shit.
Oh no, I don't think you would. Just haven't really been rocking that bare midriff since, you know.
It's understandable.
So you will have to go with me looking like a dork. And she does, because the shirt is now soaked and kind of plastered to her anyways, but while it'll show the outline of the swimsuit, it's not exactly going to show the outline of the fucking scar.
You don't look like a dork.
She kind of looks down and like pulls the shirt out a little bit, looks at the front. It's like a Doctor Who TARDIS on the front. I don't know. I worked hard for Dork.
Hmm.
But the water's actually really good.
I bet it
Slumps
is.
back down up to her shoulders.
I bet it is.
What, you bet?
Mm-hmm.
You've been like psychotically climbing trees and shit all morning and you haven't gotten in the water?
Yeah.
Why?
Same reason as you.
Ah. I mean, I suppose you don't gotta. Or you could wear a shirt in the water.
Can't do that either.
Why? She actually takes on a more concerned expression. Like there's a slight tilt of the head.
Water irritates it.
Oh. She actually pulls herself over to the edge, crossing her arms up on it. Still does?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Not your fault.
Oh, no. But I sympathize as much as I can. It sucks.
It does.
You guys tried, I don't know, treating it with anything?
I don't let anyone touch it.
It's fair.
Yeah. I just don't want people to look at it. She says shifting uncomfortably.
Just kind of unfolds one of the arms to stretch out one of her hands. You know, from the edge of the water.
He'll catch it and kiss the knuckles, essentially.
She's miscalculated ever so slightly. But she doesn't, again, she kind of. It's not an expression as if she's upset with him. It's almost like a flash of guilt. But she doesn't let go of his hand. She even gives it a squeeze once he's, you know, done that and settled for just holding it.
Do you want to see?
Only if you're okay.
I'll be alright. You'll eventually ring someone, and in the DVD player in his room, in Damon's room, oddly, documentary will start to play.
What?
Oh, what? Fuck, I blurred my sentences. Um, what he'll do is Felix. I went really awkward there. Felix actually will turn very slowly and actually lift the bottom of his shirt up.
Does he bear like the full back?
You can only see the beginning end of the scar that starts from the back part of his spine.
The bit you saw before?
Yeah. You see him stop and bow his head.
You don't have to.
I'm showing you, and that's it.
Okay. I mean, and he can still hear
Again,
her chilling, like right at the edge of the water. She hasn't moved.
it's a slow process. And when the shirt finally comes off, he flexes the backs of, the backs of shoulder blades. Jesus. It forms down in this gruesome lines. And it looks like these kind of bite marks that almost like it forms into a miniature smile.
They're actual bite marks?
Yep. Made by human teeth.
They've all stuck like. And you'd say this is what, on the level of like silver scars?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna, especially as this like is revealed and she can begin to assess the different types of damage that have been done. And let's face it, Felix's back isn't exactly an extra fleshy place. You gotta work to bite a flat surface. There
Mm-hmm.
was
Time taken.
time and effort.
Yes.
I'm taking and rolling.
Don't forget willpower.
Oh, well, thankfully I shouldn't have to spend it unless I actually succeed. Or fail? Or whatever. Thankfully, no. Not even close. Thankfully, too, he's turned around at the moment. Still, there is just. It flares up in like a viciously protective kind of way, and her jaw just kind of clenches. And she's studying keenly, taking note of every tooth mark, every scratch, every cut. In a way, she's kind of accounting them. Like she intends to make up for all of them. But it's still a very intensive stare. And truth be told, by the time it's all revealed and, the anger surges up, you'll probably actually hear her teeth grind.
He doesn't move. Stays quite still.
And if he just stays there and doesn't move anywhere at all, she stays there for a couple moments. Again, it's just the eyes are kind of flicking from bit to bit of it. And he'll hear kind of that splashing as water is sluicing off of her as she goes to hoist herself up out of the water.
Still doesn't
Not
turn around.
not rapidly. Yeah, it's a slow hoist. And you'll hear the dripping. You'll hear her feet tapping against the ground. And she does approach. Not quickly.
So, how close are you actually getting to his back?
She will certainly get within arm's reach, but he won't feel any touch. Not on his back. She does hover a bit closer, but as she gets within a certain range, she does at least pause a moment, glancing to the side. And how is he holding his arms? Are they just draped at his sides or crossed in front of
His
him?
fists are
Or
balled. Fists are balled.
so instead of feeling anything on his back, not even her breath, she doesn't get quite that close. Once she's gotten close enough to do so, she will reach out and he'll actually feel like that cold, damp touch, like on the back of his knuckles, on one of his hands.
His turn.
She's still, I mean, she's not running at like Rage 6 or something, but she's still tense. And again, if the hand doesn't move, the very light initial touch, just that initial point of contact, becomes, a hand wrapping loosely around the back of his fist. But her eyes are locked on his back. And again, they're flitting. It's, again, you can kind of practically see kind of calculations flitting through her head. You can tell she's accounting it, but she's not touching it.
Eventually, he'll turn to face Charlotte.
The eyes won't jump up off his back until he's turned to the point that the scars just aren't visible anymore. At which point she'll flick a glance to his face. Again, it's
She's met
gone
with
kind
those
of
eyes.
hard. Yeah, she does.
Hey, it's okay.
It's not.
I know. But I'm going to take another step slowly towards her. But you're here. And I'm safe. Right?
There's a slow but very sure little nod. Yeah.
Takes hold of her hand incredibly delicately. You promised, remember?
Yeah, I did. Just, there's still just kind of tension. Not she's not like flexing madly. There's definitely some tension in her overall like frame and posture. Though she's starting to like pull herself properly up again, trying to kind of start getting everything back to normal.
And Cassie and Zoria would flip the hell out if you did anything without their help.
They're on everyone's hit list.
And Super Rambo and all that.
Besides, I don't have to hit that by myself. I just have to make sure it kills her.
Reaches down and kisses her hand.
More of the tension ebbs off because the awkward is a powerful, powerful tool in battling rage, apparently. Yeah. Sorry. Kind of shakes her head a little,
Puts
glances off to one
puts
side.
puts a finger on her lip. No, don't apologize. Hmm. Besides, only I get to make sure you're completely fine.
And just squints for a second and looks up, like kind of confused.
Reaches over and plants a delicate kiss on her cheek.
He, he can see like there's that tiny flick of tension, the temptation to kind of pull back from it. She doesn't, but it ran through her head, or at least through her fucking nervous system for a second. But she still just kind of shoots him another just
Hmm.
carefully measuring glance.
Takes both of your hands. So, and you, Charlotte Sullivan, are just something else to me.
Just what?
Something else to me.
I don't know what to do.
What you mean?
Just all this. I don't see. She's got like some mad goosebumps going. I don't know what to do.
What does your heart tell you?
That's a very complicated question.
Complicated guy.
If hearts are so easy to translate, I don't think we'd have so many
Hmm.
tragic romantic storylines in every kind of entertainment that ever existed.
How well we are tragically romantic.
Like flicks him a glance, like, really, bruh?
What? What are you so afraid of?
You wanted an answer?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of afraid I'll go for it.
I look down.
I don't know what to do. Damon and I are still a thing. And there's this. And Eamon hasn't been in a good way. I know he wouldn't take it. Well, he's not, doesn't seem to be the sharing type.
Oh, he's gonna beat me up, is he?
No. It's kind of a shake of the head, like dismissing the idea is silly, even. Shouldn't have taken your dare. Kind of grins.
Grins back. I mean, if I'd taken the dare, I would have kissed you already.
And last
I wasn't
time.
looking. I wasn't looking for a dare. Just looking to see what you'd say.
I feel like this is one of those situations. That's why it's complicated as an option as a status on Facebook. It's fucking complicated.
He pulls her close again, not immediately diving in for any type of kiss. It's almost like he's just trying to hold her, essentially.
Then yeah, again, he'll feel like Felix has handled many a fine woman. There's an initial bit of tension, not that she is refusing, just like the kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. But when he like tugs her in and doesn't initially go for something, and it's just being held and it's comfort, just eases up. You know, you're like miles out of my league, right?
You're miles out of mine.
What?
You're miles out of mine.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah.
Feel like your unwillingness to conform to society has deeply harshed your understanding of society.
I don't care.
Well, that's definitely a stance you could take.
But I don't think you're out of my league. At all.
So I'm not out of yours.
Or I'm out of yours. This is nice.
Julie just shifts yeah to tuck her cheek against him. It's not bad. I mean, the front of him is wet now.
We'll lift her chin up so she can look at him properly. Do you
Some of
want to go
that
this?
trepidation creeps back in because they
Do you
are
want to go
really
this?
close.
Do you want to go this time?
I'm just scared to do something I can't take back. I don't want to hurt you, and I don't want to hurt him, and it doesn't seem to be a compromise in the middle, and I
I know. No. I hate to tell you, Miss Sullivan.
Not fair.
I do have a problem, Miss Sullivan, if you'd like to hear it.
Okay.
I'm hooked on you. Completely. Even if I never get a chance to actually, you know, kiss you. The fact that I can just hold your hand every now and again and see you still is the same feeling.
How's his perception alertness pool?
F 5 dice.
I don't know if it would be alertness or empathy, really. I guess either one goes.
His empathy is 6. His alertness is 5.
I'd say roll appropriately based on what he's paying attention to.
Empathy. He botches. Triple botches.
What?
Yep, he triple botched.
In that case, the most realistic sideways I can think of is that he would get the impression that the whole situation has her legitimately terrified. Clearly, that is why, like, her fucking heart rate picks up, like it can feel it hammering, and she kind of just goes really still.
He'll gently let his hand down. I'm sorry.
She shakes her head a little.
I'm frightening
I'll
you.
feel
It's
that.
not fair.
Lightning? Like,
Yeah,
squints at him?
your heart's hammering. I'm scaring you, and it's not fair.
Uh, damn it, Bob. That's why I suddenly started going ding, 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 ding. Make up for not
Oh,
looking at Messenger. I can't say this whole thing isn't fucking scary, but I'm not. You're not. It's not like that.
you're sure?
And she ducks her head a bit back, because I mean, I imagine he has some height on her. It just goes back to setting the cheek and, more importantly, the ear against his chest. Yeah. Just. Is it dumb that I've never had to pick between people?
I ain't making you choose.
What am I supposed to do? Just ignore it or sneak around?
It's your choice.
That is patently unhelpful. She actually loosens up on that a little bit, kind of glances up at him.
I mean, I'm a bit biased. You give a grin.
Can't imagine. You biased? You know, eventually someone would find out. Everyone's so fucking nosy.
Okay. One sec.
What's that, buddy?
I don't care. What I simply said.
Just kind of glances up incredulously, like not truly shocked because he's already said he doesn't care on several subjects, and that is a clear thing for him. Yeah, but I don't want to hurt Damon either. And it would. If people started talking, it would hurt him bad.
I'll back off.
God, what am I even getting myself into? She just finally, you know, she doesn't completely pull entirely away from him. She doesn't break all contact. But she actually pulls back kind of like she just needs air. She'll still keep like a tenuous, like, especially if fingers have been twined, like, we'll leave those twined, but kind of just pulls back and shakes her head. Not even just you, just all of it. And we're too young for this shit. And she finally just kind of slumps down into a sit, like just right there, rubbing her face.
Makes it easier on you. I can just back off.
I don't want you to feel like you can't call me if you need me, even if it's just to be around and make you feel safe.
We both know what's gonna happen if I do.
Told you I'm not going to be the next person that ditches you.
You're not ditching me.
That is categorically what that is.
No, it's keeping your own interests safe, so.
I don't want to hurt you either.
You're fine.
You're full of shit. Shoots a glance up
Yeah,
at him.
I am. But, like I said, I bring enough people fucking shit all the time, so. I want you added to that fucking repertoire.
He just finally kind of gives a tug on the hand.
What?
It's pretty clear she's just trying to, like, she has flopped into a sit. He's, I imagine, still standing, and she just kind of gives a light tug on his hand to try to coax him down. And she will almost immediately nest up side to side, shoulder to shoulder, essentially, albeit probably tucked a little under his. She'll even like lift her arm up to, well, lift her hand up to lift his arm so she can get under it. and just nest there in that safe side to side zone.
I can go if you want.
Nope.
And what?
Could pretend we had any self control.
Not very good pretend.
Damn shit out of two. Like, it's not that I didn't think you were hot before. You've always been hot, but I don't know. It's like, for all this shit, we never even looked twice. Not really. Never really talked.
Funny how nearly getting killed by a spiral changes your perspective on things.
I know, right? That shared near death experience changes shit. You know, I'm pretty sure you're the one who saved my ass by the time that was all said and done, right?
Shrugs.
Just saying clearly, this is gruesomely imbalanced. Just kind of shoots a tentative smile. And here you thought you needed a first change to be a badass.
Yeah.
I'm serious though. You pulled my ass out. I was about to go through the floor.
No.
I think I missed half of that.
I know.
She kind of glances around thoughtfully. And she almost, it's not quite like dramatically holding your breath, but she just kind of, you know, casually pauses like just before an exhale and really looks around and listens. Just almost out of paranoia.
Just hear the rushing of water, the occasional humming of birds, like tweets and all that type of shit. Maybe snapping of leaves is, you know, the sounds of nature essentially.
Okay. Well, fuck it. I'm going to backtrack at least one step. And she kind of squirms a little bit to kind of shrug out from under the arm. Doesn't actually like move where she's sitting, just leans forward a bit. And, does the thing, reaches down for the hem of the shirt, crossing the arms so that she can pull it forward up and over her head.
Watches.
Yeah, she just kind of peels off the wet shirt, drops it off to the side. And yeah, her scar really isn't especially gruesome. It's not horrific. It's not something that looks like it's doing her any real harm. It's just the seam in the skin. And she's in a bikini, which might actually be more to his attention. Who knows, really? But
Poor scarred bikini girl. Duh.
not even that scarred. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, apt to scarred bikini girl. But yeah, she goes ahead and peels it off and sets it aside. And, takes a second to pull herself up again. So she's actually sitting upright. And it spans like across from like one hip, like all the way up to the opposite shoulder. Like one pretty firm line, not perfectly straight, but steady.
That's pretty fucking metal, Felix will say.
I mean, kind of grins very slightly and shakes her head. It's really not.
It's pretty metal.
Fair's fair. Let me see yours.
Yeah. I did.
If he lets her, she shrugs back up under his arm. Now that she doesn't need the fucking airspace to windmill her arms around to get her shirt off.
He does, but just before she gets proper under, he just looks at her right in the eye type of thing.
She gets kind of stuck there.
Did you do that because you felt safe?
There's another like solid couple seconds of lip chewing. So she finally nods very slightly. Yeah, I guess.
You guess.
Felt like you wouldn't make fun of me. Felt safe in a way that's important to me.
It's written all over his face. It's just fuck it. And just leans in, plants a massive kiss on her lips.
Let's see for lulls how badly awry this is gonna go. Not that badly awry. So she doesn't get completely lost in the process, but this time around she doesn't try to make a point of like retreating from it. She seems to have kind of gotten her head set on the idea of I don't know, it's I guess you can't really see in her head. It's just that kind of like can I really not give it a fair shot to see if it's something I don't have? Maybe. But whatever the case, she actually like undeniably kisses him back for a couple moments. Though she will be out of like proverbial breath before he is on it.
He stops after like a minute. Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Kind of just quirks a glance over at him like, what?
I don't want to hurt you either.
Well,
So
we're both bad at this.
I want to stay.
Yeah.
Okay. He just stands up. He doesn't lead her to the tent, but he kind of walks to the tent himself. Sits down by it. We get a better view from everything over here.
She starts kind of tentatively getting up as he starts striding away. I guess for the first few, she's just kind of glancing after him. But yeah, she kind of eases up, follows along barefoot. She'll actually take a second and wring some of the water out of her hair. And again, she just gets a look at his back.
He puts the arm around her. It's just be normal for a bit. Not crazy intense with each other. A grin.
Yeah. Do something really crazy like actually talk about shit we're into and not into because I'm not gonna lie. I
Well,
mean, I care, but I don't know you at all. Not
he
besides the important parts of the middle.
kind of leans back so Charlotte ends up just sitting into his stomach essentially, so he puts his arm around her that kind of way. And I do have to close the scene early because I'm being called about college and stuff, but this is the last thing he'll say. So tell me about you then.
All right. With the two of them actually having a meaningful conversation about just normal, mundane things. We'll call this a scene. Da-na-na.